Hi, welcome to Susan Standley Stitch in Time. On this channel, I like to talk about cross stitch, quilting, textiles, and sewing notions from the past. And I usually share my projects with you, but this time I have something special. I just returned from the Sampler Symposium at the Attic in Mesa, Arizona. It's a fabulous event put on by Jean Lee and her staff. I can't begin to put into words how enriching and stimulating it is to be there. I wanted to share with you a little bit of a taste of this experience, and so I had some very willing, lovely participants sit down with me, and they let me videotape them. And I asked them some questions about how they felt while they were there, and I think when you watch this, you will feel drawn in. You will feel like you're a part of it as well. You're going to feel a connection to all the stitchers because we really are connected in so many ways. It's almost instant. I wanted to share with you a little bit of the electrifying energy you feel when you're at an event like this, and everybody's talking, and there's noise in the room, and there's excitement. I wanted to show you what motivates these people to come back year after year, what motivates people to come for the first time, what they're working on. There's complex projects to simple projects, and they're all beautiful and incredibly inspiring. So I was trying to capture a little bit of the effervescence in the room at the event. I wanted you to feel that shared bond and the love of stitching. And as someone I know says all the time, we find each other. And it really is true, we really do. And so I hope that watching these people talk about their experience at Sampler Symposium will help you realize that we are really bound by stitches in so many ways. So enjoy. Okay, hi, we're here today at the Attic. Well, we're at a restaurant next to the Attic, and I'm with
Mary Darling.
And where are you coming from, Mary?
Tucson. Came up from Tucson.
And how many times have you driven this road up from Tucson to the Attic?
More than a dozen in the last year and a half, but it's been fun.
So what's your favorite thing about the Attic?
The friends. The ladies filling my heart up forever with happiness and the joy of stitching and all the things. And you go home and you're just overflowing with happiness, and that is what I come for. And Jean is the best. She throws the best party, and really that's what it's all about for me.
What kind of things do you like to stitch?
Samplers. I've been a fan of samplers since before people even knew what a sampler was. The very first thing I bought to hang on my wall when I got married was a sampler. And people were like, what is that? Why does it have the ABCs all over it? And I'm like, it's a sampler. And so that was in the early 80s. Yeah. And so I've just always had this fascination. So
why do you think? What draws you to them?
I don't know. I just, it's a comfort thing for me. Looking at them, I love the alphabet. It's not even about a house or... I love cartouches. That was always a huge fascination for a sampler for me. So I was always drawn to that. And I love the personalization.
Right. So you changed the name.
Yes.
And
I always
a family.
pick a
right?
family member.
Okay.
That's in my family history and dedicate it to that. Yeah. The very first Blackbird piece I ever stitched, which was one they published in the first few things they ever published, was the first one I put my grandmother's name on it. She was born in 1906.
Wow.
And it still hangs, obviously, on my wall. So,
that's really neat.
Yeah.
So, what do you look forward to at Sampler Symposium?
Just seeing all the new things, and I really enjoy seeing what other people stitch. Because you can't stitch everything, and everybody has their own niche and the things they like. And I might not be what I would stitch personally, but it's like the beauty of and the joy that I see in them
Yeah.
that brings, their needle to life on their
Isn't
linen.
it like seeing it in real time? There's no
There's
comparison.
nothing like it.
Ever.
And it's still like surprising every time you see someone's work. You're like, oh my God. And you know for a fact it's going to look better than on the chart.
I know.
But it's still mind-blowing every time.
I know.
Yeah.
We're continually amazed.
Yes.
And it keeps us coming back and buying more.
Yes. Lifetime supply.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you for chatting with
Oh,
me.
it was fun.
And I hope to see you next time I
Yes,
come.
of course.
Okay, bye,
Bye.
Mary. Hi, everybody. I'm here at Sampler Symposium with my two new friends. Would you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Sure, I'm Linda Willoughby, and I'm from Portsmouth, Rhode Island.
And I'm Beth Carlson, and I'm from Midlothian, Virginia.
And these two lovely ladies came and introduced themselves to me, and they are regulars at Sampler Symposium, I think.
This
Well,
is our second.
Okay, well, yeah, you are regulars now. So second time.
Yes, second trip.
Second trip. And so what keeps you coming back?
Oh, it's just wonderful. The camaraderie, the shared interest, talking to everybody who loves samplers like we do. And the shop is just amazing. The teachers, it's just the best experience.
Well, and I think it also being able to meet people like Susan, who we watch all the time and rewatch and feel like we know, and to be able to introduce ourselves to her.
Yes.
So
That's very
that
kind.
makes it really special.
Well, it's really a pleasure for me to meet you because I never really know who's on the other side of that screen.
Well, we'll be watching you.
We are always watching.
It's fantastic. So are you pretty much sampler stitchers?
Yes.
Yes.
I am.
Okay.
And I am also.
And quilters.
And your quilters. And you shared with me a little bit ago that you like the history and the textiles.
I think both in quilting, it's always been the history, so the old patterns, the reproduction fabrics, doing things by hand is really soothing. It fits my life, it fits my house, my taste. And the same thing with the samplers. It's about the history of them that I really enjoy. And then having them in the house, and they
Yes.
It keeps us connected as well.
To the
doesn't it?
past and to each other as well.
Well, thank you for joining me. I know you have a class to run off to, and I'm so pleased you came to meet me.
Oh, Susan, it's been
So-
delightful to
such a
visit with
pleasure.
you. We wish you lived next door to us.
Yes.
I do too. I wish we
Indeed.
all could live in this hotel and just stitch all the
Stitch.
time.
Yes.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you,
Thank you, you
Susan.
too.
Bye. All right. I'm here with my new friend. I'm at Sampler Symposium. And would you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name's Diane. I'm the Quaker Addict on Instagram.
Okay, and where have you traveled from?
I've traveled from Colorado, so just north of Colorado Springs.
All right, and is this your first time?
First time here at the Attic and at one of the symposiums here, so very exciting.
Very exciting. And is it all that you expected?
It
and
is.
more?
It's actually just wonderful. People are amazing. The Attic was unbelievable. I broke the bank a little, but
I
we'll
know.
just.
Well, we have the rest
It
of the year
happens,
to pay
right?
it off,
Exactly,
right?
it happens, yeah.
The attic is kind of like a trail of.
It
you
is.
just can't.
It's almost overwhelming, but it's just beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
overwhelming. Yeah. So far, have you taken any of the extra classes?
I
that have
didn't
been
do
out
the
there?
extra classes for this one. Time was busy, and I thought, let's just do the main one. And actually, I've kind of enjoyed that because you get to talk to people and actually get to
You've had
know
a lot
people.
of good chit chat time.
Exactly.
Are you mainly? Would you consider yourself mainly a sampler stitcher?
No, I'm
or?
kind of across the board. I'm actually fairly new to samplers, so I love Quaker samplers, but new to more the reproduction samplers, and I really find the history behind them fascinating. So I'm here to learn more.
Good.
Yeah.
Like all of us.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll come back?
Oh, definitely. I love
right.
it here. It's just,
All
and this
right.
is probably my fourth retreat, but first of this type, and it's so fun meeting people that understand you.
Boy, isn't that the truth? We all
Because
kind
none of my
have
people, they think I'm just a little weird, so they
kind
don't
of
get it.
kindred spirits, right?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Good. Well, I guess we have a couple more days of this. So.
Yeah, sure do. Can't
All
wait.
right, can't wait. Thanks
Okay.
so much for visiting
Oh,
with me.
you're welcome.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, I found another person who was willing to share their story with me. I'm here today with somebody who you may not recognize by looking at her, but you will recognize what she has with her today. And I'll let you go from there. Introduce yourself and tell everybody.
My name's Teresa Cuneo, and I'm Jersey Girl Stitch Co. I have a new business, and my daughter and Anna and I have been making pins for stitchers and quilters and needle pointers to put in your needlework smalls. And these are 2 sets that I'm presenting at the Attic today as retreat gifts from Jersey Girl Stitch for Valentine's Day.
So we're really lucky. We're here at Sampler Symposium. And is this your first time coming to
Yes.
Sampler Symposium? Okay. and-
First time coming to the Attic, period. It's
Ooh.
been an overwhelming.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God,
It's a mutual feeling when you walk in that store for the first time. Of just
I took the first round and I didn't even pick up a thing, and I just absorbed it all. And I actually have gone back twice now to actually buy things. So it's everything they say it is.
It really is. And where are you traveling from?
I live in Berlin, New Jersey. So I got caught in the FFA delays with the airport and had a 12-hour day getting here, but worth every minute.
That's so good to hear. Oh my goodness. What are you mostly a sampler stitcher or?
I'm an everything stitcher.
Okay.
I mostly never even did a sampler until Floss 2, COVID. I started getting into, I had just found out about Floss 2 from a good friend, Gable Stitcher, Amy.
Okay.
She introduced me to Floss 2 because I sat with her in Sturbridge at an Ellen Chester retreat, and she told me all about Floss 2. And then, of course, with COVID and all the lockdown, we got plenty of time to watch Floss 2.
Yes, we did.
And I always thought, oh no, I'm not a sampler stitcher. The bug bit me very quickly, and I have several in progress now. One of my favorites is Wildest Iris Snaps for Matilda Creasy, and I want to start her Martha Martin. So
And you're probably going to acquire a few projects here at this
Just a few.
symposium. Just a few. Yeah, just tuck them in.
I'm waiting on the linen for Brenda's big birthday sale, and I have all the threads, which are just scrumptious. And in true jean style, I bought my 56 count, and I bought I forget what it's something to the attic. It's a red and white sampler that's just for the attic. And I'm like, okay, you're in the attic, you got to do red, and you got to do red. And I bit and drank the Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, we're all there with you. So, what would you tell somebody who's never been here before about coming? Would you?
The hospitality is unbelievable. The people are so kind. You are made to feel like you have been here every day, that you're part of the group, down from Jean, her staff, the retreat members, the hotel people, the taxi driver that brought me from the airport. Everyone has been fabulous, and I feel that I just been well cared for and loved, and it's just paradise.
So there's a chance you might come back. Yeah,
Just a small one.
a small one. Thank you so much for visiting today and sharing your
Thank you.
experience here, because I know there's people who aren't here are going to really enjoy hearing about what you have to say. So,
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, bye. Well, here we are at Sampler Symposium, and I'm here with my new friend, and I'm going to let her introduce herself to
Okay,
you.
I'm Jerianne Ferry, and I live near Boston, Massachusetts.
So, how long was your flight?
6 hours and 15 minutes.
And were you traveling with a friend? Or?
No, I came by myself. I was lucky; it was a direct flight, and it went seamlessly. I was just so excited to be here and to be with like-minded individuals.
Yeah, we all kind of connect, don't we?
We really do, really do. I don't have When I come to these things, I typically travel alone, but it doesn't take long before you're making buddies and friends because our vocabulary is so similar. We have just the same interests, and you learn about folks who have taken it off into a different tangent, and you learn where they've been in the past, and you get great ideas. It's just wonderful. Every time you come to a meal, you just sit at a chair and you meet another friend, and it's really been a great experience.
I'm glad. Is this your first time at Sampler Symposium?
Yes, I did get into summer school last year, and I did go to that, and I knew that the retreat would be done just right. They really have it down to a science. The food is great, the accommodations are just right. It's really a nice experience.
She's a master at this.
She really is. She makes sure that you are comfortable, you're happy, and contented. And it was interesting last night, they had everybody stand up that this was their first time. And there were a fair amount of people that stood up.
That's amazing.
So, there are newbies,
Yeah.
which is great.
Are you drawn to this because you're mostly a sampler stitcher, or?
I'm finding that I do lean that way. However, I do like all facets of it. But I do find, I only started this in 2019 after finding Floss 2 and Saltbox Stitcher. And she was talking about the Dying to Stitch retreat. I was like, what? So I immediately called Dying to Stitch, and I got on the waiting list. I never thought a thing about it. Didn't I get a call from them, and I attended, and it was just love at first sight. I just went right down the rabbit hole, and it's been wonderful ever since.
That's awesome. So you think you'd come back if you had the chance?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because there's always something to learn. I mean, the lectures that we heard yesterday, the facets of the hobby, the history, it's just fascinating.
We have quite a bit more left to the retreat, but so far, what's your big takeaway? I mean, what was your nugget of knowledge or information that really stuck with you?
I think it's make it yours. Make it your own. Oh, it doesn't look like the picture? Do you like it? Yes, I do. All right, then that's all you're out to do, right? Is please your eye.
I love it.
Your strengths, your where you get joy, and folks support that. So that's really cool.
Thank you so much for spending time with me.
Oh my gosh, it was
time away
such
from
a
the
pleasure
retreat.
meeting you.
You too. It's been a blast.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see you here again.
Yes, you will.
Okay, bye.
Take care.
I hope you've enjoyed meeting these stitchers, and I want to thank them again so much for being willing to bring this to you and allowing me to film their answers and their responses. I hope you feel connected and that you were a part of the event in some small way by watching this. And next time, I'll be back with the regular floss tube. And until then, make time for stitching.